What's up, everybody? It's the Alex Leak and Friends NFL podcast back for another week. I am your host, Alex Leak, and this episode we're going to talk about 2019 Week 5 game, Thursday Night Football, the 3-1 Rams at the 3-1 Seahawks. A big game, a big division rivalry game in which the Rams have had recent success in Seattle at CenturyLink Field. So a big game for the Seahawks and a big game for the top of the NFC West. So let's get right into this one. On Seattle's first possession, Rams corner Nikel Roby-Coleman strips the ball from wide receiver Jaron Brown, and the Rams recover the fumble, but they go 3 and out on their first possession after a great tackle for loss made by Seahawks defensive tackle Poona Ford on running back Todd Gurley, which results in a 47-yard made field goal by kicker Greg Zuerlein to put the Rams up 3-0. Zuerlein would hit another field goal from 32 yards to make it 6-0. Rams lead early on. Then the Seahawks come back and Russell Wilson fires a 13-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Tyler Lockett in the back right corner of the end zone. Lockett barely gets both feet down in bounds, stretching out to make the play. Gives the Seahawks a 7-6 lead, and this may be the pass of the year and the catch of the year on the same play. Unbelievably well done. Great throw by Russell Wilson, and really an even better catch by Tyler Lockett. So Seahawks go up 7-6 there. Then Russell Wilson fires a 40-yard touchdown pass to rookie wide receiver DK Metcalf, who had beaten his defenders on the play by pretty badly. He was wide open. Makes it 14-6. Look, leave DK Metcalf wide open at your own risk. You got to guard that guy. And even if you got 2 guys on him, he'll still probably make the catch. So Seahawks jump out to a 14-6 lead there. Then kicker Jason Myers would miss a 48-yard field goal attempt for Seattle. Jared Goff would hit wide receiver Cooper Kupp for a 9-yard touchdown pass. Coach McVay does not go for 2 and cuts the lead to 14-13 to end the first half. So Seahawks lead 14-13 at halftime. And, that was a position where Coach McVay is one of these guys. Sean McVay loves to go for 2. That's been his thing for a while. So for him not going for it there is interesting. But that being said, it's weird how the guys that came into the league doing all the 2-point conversions, some of them are still doing them, some of them are not. Some of them aren't doing them anymore. So it'll be interesting to see if the trend continues. But he doesn't go for 2 there, so a 1-point Seahawk lead at halftime. Then Todd Gurley rushes in for an 8-yard touchdown for the Rams. They don't go for 2 again. Rams take a 20-14 lead. Then Russell Wilson throws a 10-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver David Moore. Seahawks retake the lead at 21-20. Then Todd Gurley rushes for a 1-yard touchdown, and the Rams decide now at this point to go for 2. The score is 26-21 after the Gurley touchdown, and McVay decides he wants to try to make it 28-21. But a run up the middle, a Jared Goff keeper, run up the middle is stopped just short on replay, and no good. So 26-21 LA. Now, Sean McVay couldn't help himself. He didn't go for 2 twice earlier. Still didn't need to go for 2 in my opinion, but does it and fails. So now it's only a 5-point lead. I would have been perfectly fine with a 6-point lead. Keep it 27-21. Then you see right here the next possession, Seahawks kicker Jason Myers hits a 42-yard field goal, cuts the Rams lead down to 26-24. Now if McVay had kicked that extra point, it would still be a 3-point game. It would be 27-24. I'd be much more comfortable with that score. Then Greg Zuerlein kicks a 36-yard field goal after wide receiver Robert Woods unable to get both feet down on the catch in the end zone, and his elbows come down out of bounds. Very close call. So the Rams with the field goal extend the lead to 29-24. Then Russell Wilson finds Chris Carson for a 5-yard touchdown pass on 4th and goal, which he bobbled, but still caught it. He was wide open on the play. The Seahawks go for two, a 2-point conversion pass attempt incomplete. Now, I sound like a guy who always hates on 2-point conversions, but I understand going for this one. I like this one because you go for two here with an opportunity to have a 3-point lead instead of a 1 or a 2. If you have a 3-point lead, then you hold LA to a field goal and that ties it instead of taking the lead. So I understand completely going for two here. By Pete Carroll. But they go for two, the pass is incomplete, so 30-29, and it opens the door for the Rams. A field goal can win the game. And Greg Zuerlein is usually, trusted to hit those kicks. He hit two amazing kicks in the NFC Championship game last year to beat the Saints. Jared Goff, though, gets the possession, throws a pass off of tight end Gerald Everett's hands, and it's intercepted by Seahawks safety Tedrick Thompson. So almost blew the game right there, but the Rams defense bails him out. Seahawks go 3 and out, and the offense has one last opportunity to win it. And I was actually getting nervous because I picked the Seahawks to win this game at home. It just makes sense for the Seahawks to win this game at home. The Rams march down the field quickly with Jared Goff, get into decent field goal range, a 44-yard field goal attempt to win the game, but kicker Greg Zuerlein misses it wide right, and the Seahawks beat the Rams 30-29 in CenturyLink Field. Ram fans can't be happy with the way this ended. I mean, really, Goff did his job, marching the team down, getting them, with accurate throws, get them in a really good field goal position. I mean, Zuerlein was making, 56, 58-yarders in the NFC Championship game to win games and to send them into overtime with massive pressure. This, a lot of pressure on the road, but a 44-yarder, you expect to make that. Misses wide right, and the Seahawks survive, barely get the win at home. But a big win in the division. Seahawks improved to 4-1. Rams drop to 3-2. Russell Wilson combines for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns with no turnovers. Pete Carroll said after the game that this might be the best game he's seen Russell Wilson play. Russell's on fire right now, and in my opinion, he's up there on top of the leaderboard for league MVP at this moment. I would say number 1, Russell Wilson, number 2, Christian McCaffrey, number 3, Patrick Mahomes through week 5 would be my prediction. Chris Carson, 27 rushes for 118 yards. Tyler Lockett, 4 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown. And he passes Sam McCollum for 7th most receiving touchdowns in franchise history. Kicker Jason Myers goes 1 of 2 on field goals and 3 of 3 on extra points. Going to the Rams side, Jared Goff goes 29 of 49 for 395 yards, a touchdown and a pick. And he passes Sam Bradford for 7th most passing yards in franchise history. I know Todd Gurley is banged up and hurt, but I'd like to see the Rams run the ball a little bit more. You got Malcolm Brown, Gurley, is it Darrell Henderson, the rookie? So I'd like to see them run the ball a little bit more, not have Goff throw the ball 50 times, but, that's Sean McVay's style. Tight end Gerald Everett, 7 catches for 136 yards, and it's very unlike him to not make a catch and have it, go off his hands for an interception. Gerald Everett, one of the better tight ends, I believe, one of the tight ends with the highest potential in the game. Wide receiver Cooper Kupp, 9 catches for 117 yards and a touchdown, and that's 4 straight games for him with 100-plus receiving yards. He was a big loss for the Rams last year when he went down with that injury. They still made it to the Super Bowl. Kicker Greg Zuerlein, 3 for 4 on field goals, 2 for 2 on extra points. Hadn't missed a kick in the game until that 44-yarder at the very end. Amazing how the game of football works sometimes. You would think, if you were to rate who you would trust to hit that kick, Greg Zuerlein would be in the top 5 in the league that I would want to kick that ball there. But didn't get it done. Tough loss. It's a game of inches in football sometimes. Clay Matthews, linebacker for the Rams, has 6 sacks on the season after only 3.5 last year. So solid start to the year for him. Rams have 9 turnovers in the last 3 games on offense, though. Bad news for Clay Matthews, though, and the Rams is he suffers a broken jaw in this game and will be out 4 to 6 weeks as he had surgery and has his jaw wired shut at the moment. So that's healing. So that has to hurt, and that's a big blow to the defense for a couple weeks. But they'll get him back soon and have him for the stretch run and the most meaning, the games that mean the most this season in November and December. The Seahawks 4-1 next week will be taking on the 2-3 Browns. I say advantage Seattle. Big game for the Browns. They're taking on Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Browns, if they fall to 2-4, you're going to be hearing a lot of heat out of Cleveland. So big game. Seahawks at Browns. And then the undefeated 49ers at the LA Rams. Another big game. 49ers come in undefeated. We'll see if the Rams can hand them their first loss of the year. So, looking forward to week 6. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Seahawks out to an early jump in the NFC West. Early lead. I mean, the Niners are 4-0. I expect them to lose next week. Drop to 4-1. The Seahawks, if they take care of business, win on the road. I said it, in the preseason. I had very high expectations for the Seahawks. I expect to see Seattle in the NFC Championship game this year. So far, my pick is looking pretty good, and we'll see if it holds up. Again, thanks guys for checking out the episode. We'll keep these coming out every week. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great week, guys. Peace out.